The Sserafim, accused of plagiarism. NJZ slash NewJeans Danielle's sister Olivia, accused of plagiarism. SM's new girl group, Hearts to Hearts, accused of plagiarism. Everybody is being accused of plagiarism. Maybe even you. I'm just saying, you never know. So buckle up as we talk about all that and more in this latest episode of Totally Legit K-Pop News with me, Angelina. So if you're interested, please keep on watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this video with friends you don't have, lest they too accuse you of plagiarism. And should they accuse you of plagiarism, just know Kevin and Kevin Law Firm is on your side. Don't lie, that would have been such an amazing transition into a sponsorship. But not today. Moving on. Okay, we need to talk about Le Sserafim because they are getting accused of plagiarism left, right, and center, and they haven't even had their comeback yet. So of course they have dropped their concept pictures for Hot. They've even dropped a trailer. They're showing off that they're hot. Ice cube imagery, sunburn imagery. Can I show you the trailer? Let's see. I mean, we start off with what looks like quite a cool environment. Like, I might personally picture this is what's going on inside an air conditioner. You know, just quite like high fashion and refreshing. But then it turns dark really quickly and we can really see that hot imagery. Is this a new trailer? Where is the video where it's like hot on her chest and like ice cubes? I digress. My goodness. Oh, here it is. I found it, guys. Hot concept film. This is what I was thinking of, but you know, anyways, as we can see, very sweaty. Like her boot is literally melting on the ground. Fake ice cubes. A tanning bed. Okay. I didn't notice the tanning bed at first, but this is really going to tie into my points later on. Keep that in mind. But I digress. Those two specific clips have been accused of plagiarism by fans. It's really important to note that it's by fans themselves, and no creative director or designer or anyone of the sort has come forward and said their work has been plagiarized. It's just kind of a case of fans noticing similarities between something and then calling it plagiarism. Which I do have to say, even if someone doesn't come forward and say something is plagiarism or that they have been plagiarized, it doesn't mean that there can't be ethical boundaries crossed when two things are really similar. Do you know what I mean? Not to downplay that issue as well, but I digress. So the hot concept pictures started getting compared to Sabrina Carpenter's Espresso. Let me show you the comparisons here. So as you can see in the music video for Espresso, like somebody got a tan, except for, you know, the word espresso being in the person's pre-tan skin color or sunburned skin color, and then espresso being written on her chest, but that's just like the shadow from her hat, and that is being compared to hot on Taewon's chest, in which they share a similar concept. But then we started seeing these comparisons with like the exact same font with the same color. So that's that me, Espresso, Sabrina Carpenter, and then I'm burning hot, not burning from, it doesn't matter, that's not part of the story, but you get the gist, right? So many people comparing the hot versus espresso on the chest, and then now a lot of people comparing the font similarities or saying the font is exactly the same, that all they do is plagiarize. But then people started pointing out that the photos may have been edited. If we take a look here, we see the comparison, and then we see what seems to be the original picture without any text whatsoever. And then of course people bringing up how popular it is to write things in a pre-sunburned skin tone color. Does that make sense? It is a really popular concept. And if you think to like the early 2000s, people would go into tanning beds and put stickers on their bodies so that they would take the sticker off after they're done tanning and it would leave a design, like a Playboy bunny, a peace sign, a heart, whatever the case may be. People still do that to this day. The thing is, I follow people on TikTok who, it's like they live in a different time. They dress like fully 80s, or like they live their lives in a different era, it seems. So I follow some people who like live their lives as if it were the early 2000s, and they're putting like stickers on their body and going tanning and pulling it off, or doing the whole makeup, hair, nails, everything in that style. I just wanted to bring that up because I mean, it was a thing in the early 2000s, right? Similarly with this tweet as well, this is the most embarrassing thing I've seen in a long time. So again, the picture here and then the picture without any font whatsoever. And then people brought up this super viral photo shoot. Heat stroke, GQ China, June 2024. I remember seeing this as well. Again, we have that sunburnt aesthetic. We can see the necklace through the sunburned and like his shirt here. It's obviously body paint, but you get the gist, right? But the plagiarism accusations did not end there. So we basically skimmed through 2 different concept trailers, teasers of sorts. So the first one that we watched is another one being accused of plagiarism. This time, again by fans, but this time a Mugler ad. This is just a 3-second clip. It's just comparing the Mugler ad. So as we can see, crawling in a tunnel. You can see them side by side. They're quite similar, right? And it's just 3 seconds long. Fans came to defend this as well, basically accusing people of cutting the clips and putting them side by side in a way to make it seem like the entire sequence was copied, when really this is more what it looked like. I mean, I even saw ITZY being brought into this because of their Not Shy era. And of course, aespa. I feel like SR always brought into this as well. But just again, the comparison here. Not shy versus hot. So I guess the question remains, do you think that these instances of quote unquote plagiarism relate to a bigger issue? Because a lot of people are bringing up past instances where Le Sserafim's work might have been similar to another artist's work. Do you think it's a stretch that is just, common themes that are often used within art? Let me know in the comments below. Because I will add, it does seem a lot of people in the fandom, in Le Sserafim's fandom, are getting quite annoyed by this. Of course on Twitter I am seeing a lot of people being like, all they do is plagiarize, plagiarism runs in their blood, or like unoriginal and stuff like that. A lot of tweets along those lines, with some tweets sprinkled in between defending them, and then even more tweets sprinkled in between those tweets of just being annoyed that this is constantly a thing that happens anytime Le Sserafim tries to do anything. Because of course similarities in K-pop, you're gonna find them all the time. It doesn't matter. And I love making comparisons. Comparing Espresso to Le Sserafim's Hot, cute, whatever. Personally, I'm not going to turn it into a fan war. I know it's going to turn into a fan war. But it's not a crime to point out similarities or say, look, this group referenced this group. Or even if I'm going on Reddit, there's posts being like, this is kind of unfair. That there's a lot of piling on to Le Sserafim that's happening. That, if one body of work is being compared to 20 other bodies of work and accusing it of plagiarizing 20 other bodies of work, doesn't that kind of not make sense in the end? So you can let me know what you think of that as well. Now, though I didn't preface this with Fan War Friday, this absolutely 10,000 million% did turn into a fan war. So welcome to Fan War Friday, where we take a look at fan wars in their natural habitats without contributing to them. Now, the reason this turned into a fan war, it's literally Twitter. I don't know how else to explain it to you. If it exists on Twitter, it's going to turn into a fan war. I mean, I feel like that's all I can say. But anyways, you'll have someone from a certain fandom be like, let's start from plagiarism. And then somebody will be like, oh, what about your faves? Your faves did this, 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 and that. And then they'll come back with, well, your faves did this, 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 and that. And then, think of all the past plagiarism accusations that we've covered on this channel, all here, all being brought up again. So I know someone's gonna be like, how dare you laugh at fan wars? It's fine. I'm not even going to show you the tweets. That pissed me off. But I literally saw these tweets one after the other. I just have to show you the sequence. But basically it says, Cat's gone copy one idea, two, then the whole look, then deny it. So that's obviously a reference to aespa's Whiplash lyrics. And the tweet literally underneath it, it was just accusing aespa of plagiarizing their music video. One look, give him whiplash. All that to say, no one is safe in this. Because I came across this tweet. It says, What is Love by Twice wouldn't have survived if it were to be released right now. This is in reference to Le Sserafim's crazy music video. This clip has been going around forever. So, let me know your thoughts about this as well. Just the similarities between the crazy music video. Do you think it's an ode / reference or really an instance of copying? Olivia Marsh just made her debut, and she happens to be NewJeans / NJZ Danielle's sister. Now, her song has been accused of plagiarism by a specific artist. But on February 21st, she came out with Backseat, and she released a music video for it as well. Here we can see the release. So after the release of this song, there's an artist named Isaac Dunbar who started tweeting about it. Now, for fans of Olivia, they didn't really appreciate the things that Isaac had been saying. And to be quite frank, anytime there's an actual accusation of plagiarism within K-pop, unfortunately, the person doing the accusation often bears the wrath of K-pop stans. I just remember when a designer came out and said that, you know, SM copied her outfit design in Red Velvet's Oompa Oompa music video, and she was getting so much backlash for even bringing that up. When I feel like as a community, we should probably band together against companies plagiarizing, but you know, maybe we could work on that in the future. I don't have the time to change the world today. But I digress. I mean, I have to say they didn't love the way he was talking about this or her. But just to say, I don't think they would have liked it either way, even if he were nicer about it. But that's just me. That's just my personal opinion on this. Of course, you can let me know what you think. But anyways, here's what he said. Because there was a lot. Completely stole my song. Was retweeting her song. My nachos, girl, my 17-year-old 2019 nachos. As I just left my major label, okay, girl, take those nachos. I wrote and produced Onion Boy by myself in my bedroom in 2019. I was 17. Stole the song I wrote and produced when I was 17. Lol. Also, whoever tried to recreate my stems flopped. Ha 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 ha. So I would say on one hand, you had people defending Olivia, being really upset. Like there were a lot of maybe K-pop shocking words that were said. So of course you had a lot of K-pop fans getting mad at him, being like, you're sending hate to this girl, this is unacceptable, and so on. But then you had people being like, his song was literally ripped off. He's more than allowed to be mad. I mean, if you were in the situation as well, you'd probably be furious. You know, you're a small artist leaving your major label. Like it's understandable to be angry in this situation. I mean, I'm gonna try to find a side-by-side clip so we can hear the similarities. Okay. Will you bounce with it? Cause I vibe to it. What you do to me. Peel away your lies. Layer after layer. Okay. I won't hide from you if you say that you're right. Okay, the beat specifically. So that's the similarity, just for context. As we continue covering this, Isaac has been in the industry for years. His last label didn't let him release songs or promote him. He started a few months as totally independent artist, but yeah, let's make him the bad guy for being upset that his song has been plagiarized for a girl that claims the credits. So a lot of people were looking into the credits of the song and seeing her name in the credits. You guys are so nasty for attacking Isaac for being upset that his song was 100% stolen. He should be allowed to react however he wants when she's in the producing credits to an instrumental that is entirely his. Announce it to the world. I don't care. It's the least he should do. Everything is being handled behind the scenes. I don't want my expressions of frustration to be a reason for people to be mean to each other. I'm sorry if I came across like I don't like this artist. I really didn't know she had a big following. We are handling things privately. I have no ill feelings towards anyone, especially those defending her. I expressed how I felt, and that's that. I am an independent artist without a large team behind me. I made the song when I did. I think this whole thing has really blown out of proportion, and yes, I should have controlled what I said on social media. I'm sorry for sounding unprofessional and acting out of impulsivity. Everything is being sorted behind the scenes, and I just don't want anyone fighting with each other, please. So from there, Olivia Marsh did personally addressed this on her account, and she said the following: "We are aware of concerns raised regarding backseat and allegations of plagiarism. We take these matters very seriously and are committed to upholding artistic integrity and originality in all our work. At this time, we are conducting a thorough review of the situation to understand the concerns and ensure transparency. We respect the rights of all creators and will address this matter appropriately. We appreciate the patience and understanding of our listeners and the wider music community. Further updates will be provided as we gather more information." She then shared on her Instagram that they had been in contact. So here's part of what she wrote. "Apologies for the late reply. I'm very sorry about this whole situation. I had no idea about the similarity to your song when I received the beat. I can't begin to imagine how that would have felt. As a fellow musician, I would have been devastated hearing something that sounds so similar to my music, and I know now to be even more careful about what I release in the future. I did not intend to disrespect your art in any way. I hope that I get a chance to express how sorry I am. Please let me know if there's anything I can do." And here's his response. "Hi, Olivia. I really appreciate your apology. It was such an initial shock to hear the song sounding the same, especially on the same night as my first release as an independent artist. I apologize for any backlash you may have gotten. It was never you who I showed my initial distaste with. It was those who recreated the stems of Onion Boy." So then still on February 21st, Isaac tweeted the following. So again, with all of that, I really do feel there was like two groups of people telling him, you literally have nothing to apologize for. You were plagiarized. Your reactions were totally warranted. And then on the other hand, people being like, I can't believe you would send so much hate to this girl. Oh, what, if she had a smaller following, then it would have been okay for you to say those types of things. But then the unthinkable happened. This actually turned into a fan war. I know, wouldn't you know? Because Olivia is NewJeans Danielle's sister / NJZ. NewJeans / NJZ. Anyways, you get the gist, don't you? Because of that, and like all the plagiarism accusations stemming from NewJeans to Islet to back to NewJeans, because of all of that, this became a fan war. This 1000% became a fan war. NewJeans are being brought into this. Islet were being brought into this. Probably Espa too, I'm not gonna lie. Somehow this is Minhee-jin's fault. Oh, because she's related to NewJeans Danielle, naturally this would happen. What are you guys talking about? She's her own person. This has nothing to do with any of them. But I digress. Let me know what you think of this entire situation as we move on to our third plagiarism accusation. Let's move on to Kpop Shenanigans, which are basically fun little quick new. I forgot it. Just quick stuff. Let's get through it. So this next plagiarism accusation has to do with Hearts to Hearts, and it's not their first rodeo. Is it or was it Kiki? There's too many debuting groups right now. I cannot keep up. It probably was Kiki. I don't know. I mean, when's no, you tell me, which group has not been accused of plagiarizing NewJeans? That's a great question, actually, because I can't think of a singular group, but I digress. So Hearts to Hearts accused of plagiarizing NewJeans. So let me show you this. This is Hearts to Hearts X Mega Coffee. So it's a brand deal that they're doing, and they're basically like chat about Mega Coffee. This is the plagiarism accusation, by the way, because of phoning, essentially. Phoning has just like that retro, you know, texting look. Rise were also accused of plagiarizing phoning. And now it seems Hearts to Hearts X Mega Coffee as well. I think there's many points of view with this. Either one, that there's no doubt that these groups are inspired by NewJeans. Two, it's not plagiarism at all. Like, these concepts are clearly a take back to a retro look, and it's not owned by anyone in particular. But I mean, again, what are your thoughts on this? So I don't know if you remember, within the whole Hybe versus Adore thing, there was an Adore employee who was accused of getting NewJeans brand deals on the side, like outside of Adore. Now, this Adore employee was accused by Adore of doing this, and it seems that the employee was like quote unquote detained for a little bit, or like wasn't necessarily allowed to leave. This employee filed a complaint for being quote unquote illegally detained and having their laptop taken away, because Adore believed that they were doing something illegal by getting NewJeans brand deals outside of Adore, if that makes sense. Well, the Ministry of Employment and Labor have come to the conclusion that nothing wrong happened, it seems. Following their internal audit against the manager filed a complaint with the ministry citing workplace bullying. The ministry concluded the case with no charges against Hybe's CEO, stating that it was unable to confirm whether workplace bullying occurred. Basically, they couldn't verify that workplace bullying had happened. I mean, on that same note of Hybe, so Ryan Tedder and Pang Seok and Scooter Braun are apparently coming together to make a boy group ? The next global boy group. So if we think about Cat's Eye, but like a male version of that, it seems. And I mean, everybody loved Cat's Eye. I can just imagine like people be like, oh, Pang Seok, and like, ew, ew, ew. You guys are gonna love this. Don't even pretend. And then lastly, Islet's Mocha posted this picture that had a lot of people confused, basically, of an elevator in Hybe where it says like, no, you know who could have used this? We're all thinking it, Hanto. No, but is it like no farting? What's the no poop sign actually mean? You know, when you're in an elevator, it's probably great if you could hold it in. That's my thought here, but it seems a lot of people are quite perplexed by this. What goes on in the Hybe building for them to have the last two signs? Oh, I didn't even notice that. I was like very concentrated on the defecation emoji. The heart. No public What? I blame them. What's this about? I need my singular earphone. Oh, making out I understand, but who I'm actually crying. What? Cozy because someone took out on the floor. But I digress. That is it for today's video. Thank you so much for joining me as we return to our regularly pre-filmed programming. I'm still gonna do live streams once in a while when I feel there's not enough news to make a video, because it's so fun to do live streams and they won't turn into videos at the end of the day. Just in case anyone's confused, that's why there's still some live streams. But these are the lovely individuals who help support my channel on a monthly basis. It means the world to me. Thank you so much. As for me, I'm gonna get going, so I'll see you guys next time. Bye.